All right, what is up, guys? NA4 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be talking about a movie that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and that is We Live in Time. I'll be letting you guys know my personal opinion on it, the good, the bad, the pros, the cons, the yes, the no's, all that stuff, all that jazz. And I did watch this movie like a week ago or something like that, and I'm just now getting around to it. I've been very busy, so I apologize. And some of you might think, Norman, you've been doing a lot of movie reviews lately. And to that, I say, hey, if it gets views, why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's been lots of movies this year, so lots of good content there for me. And speaking of that, speaking of movies, we just finished wrapping up a movie, Best Friend, coming soon. Hopefully, you guys like it when it comes out. But yeah, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. And honestly, I'll give this movie credit. It did come out at a pretty convenient time, around autumn and Halloween, or where most couples are, pretty romantic. It's cold outside. They want to cuddle up together, enjoy each other's company, and this is a good movie for that, I'd say. Because I'll be honest, once the snow hits, once it gets winter time, not a lot of people are going to want to go outside. Not a lot of people are going to want to drive to the theater in 5 inches of snow, when it's just going to be on streaming the next month. So, yeah, it's pretty convenient, and it makes sense why so many movies are kind of just like plopping out right now. Um, so yeah, I'm not mad at it, and honestly, I just really enjoyed this movie, man. It was an emotional roller coaster, a great time, a good experience. You get Andrew Garfield, Florence Pugh, two very well-known people in Hollywood, and you put them together, and it works, man. I was looking forward to this movie, and it did meet and exceed my expectations. So overall, I'd say watch it, man. If you enjoy either of these actors, if you enjoy romance, go watch this movie. You will not be disappointed in it. Uh, I don't know what to say, man. If you know me, I'm a very romantic guy, okay? I love romance movies. The Notebook is one of my all-time favorites. Shout out to Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling. So hopefully this movie stands the test of time. I know there are bigger movies out right now. There have been bigger movies in the past this year, but I just hope this movie breaks even, and I hope it does well. I'm pretty sure it already did. I don't know. Um, but yeah, man, this movie was just so fun, man. It not only fun, but man, it makes you feel everything, man. It makes you feel romantic, happy, sad. You're angry, and it's just like, this movie really does it to you, but in like a good way. Like I remember, like once the movie ended, I was like no, like I don't want this to end. I want to continue this story, man. Like I haven't had that feeling in a long time. So the fact that that happened to me, I was actually like devastated, man. It hit me, and unfortunately, I don't think this movie is very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it's gonna have much potential for like a prequel or a sequel. I think this is just gonna be a one-off thing, and it makes sense. But man, I want to see Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh work together again in the future, hopefully sooner than later. I just think they have really great chemistry and they work very well together, man. I'd love to see it again. And I'll say, man, I really did enjoy the concept of this movie. We live in time. It's true. We live in time. Because no matter what you do, no matter how much you want to procrastinate it, time is just ticking. There's no going back. Make every moment count, every second, every minute, every day. Time is just going faster and faster. It's going on. So live life to the fullest, man. Make memories. This movie definitely implies that, and I like it. Um, because we're gonna be this young only once, man. So go out, have fun, make memories. Risk it for the biscuit, man. Go have fun. I like this movie quite a bit for that. Because not many movies really implement that kind of story, and I wish they would, man. I think this movie is just a very interesting concept, just fantastic acting. It's a very good looking movie as well, and man, it just hit home, man. It makes you want to like settle down. It makes you it makes you want to be in like a long-term relationship. And it's gonna show like we're gonna have our struggles, we're gonna have our ups and downs, but as long as we have each other, then we're okay. And I like that a lot, man. Like I said, I'm a very romantic guy. I love romantic movies. So this movie just it meant a lot to me, man. And I love Andrew and Florence a lot. So um this movie, like I said, I hope it stands the test of time. It's getting great reviews, doing pretty well at the box office. So um I'm overall just happy, man. This movie, it hit home for me, and I'm just gonna watch this movie, man. Whenever I get it, like on like DVD and digital, I'm gonna be rewatching it. I'm gonna cry, but in the best way possible. And I think this movie had a pretty good runtime as well. I don't remember what it was exactly, but it didn't feel too short, but it didn't feel like I was like exhausted watching this movie. It didn't feel like I was just like forcing myself to get through it. So I think it did have a pretty good runtime. I think my only gripe with the movie, the only possible thing I can think of with the movie that I'm not the biggest fan of, it's a nitpick. Is the story structure, I think, because it's a movie that you have to pay attention to. Like if you're in like a theater and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go get a refill, or oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's a movie that like it doesn't go in like a straight A through Z linear story. It's kind of all over the place, but I think that was the intention, and it makes sense. But it's just not my preferred storytelling, I think. So like if you leave and you come back, then you're like, oh wait, so this happens right there, and then that happens before that, and then that happened after that event. So it's kind of like that. Like the movie kind of jumps between story beats. Like, oh, this is when they first met. This is the later stages. This is towards the middle of their lives and together and stuff like that. So it's like I said, I get it. It makes sense. It's just not my preferred storytelling, I guess. Maybe like the more I watch it, it'll grow on me and I'll like and appreciate it more. Like I said, it's a minor nitpick. It's not a significant thing. It's not a deal breaker for me. It's just not my preferred storytelling. And I think the more I watch it, the more I'll appreciate it, the more I'll be like, okay, I get it. And it's not the first movie to do that. There's lots of movies that do that, and I feel the same way about that's like structure in those movies as well. So it's just a personal thing. It's not anything groundbreaking. So I think I just got to get used to it. But that's literally like the only thing that I can say about the movie that I was kind of like, eh, like you really have to pay attention to it. If you're in the theater, you can't pause it. So maybe if you're at home, once it gets on streaming and stuff, you can pause it, go to the bathroom, and pick up where you picked off. Um, did I say that right? You can pick up where you get what I'm saying. I think. But man, like I said, man, this movie just really hit me because um like I said, man, I laughed through it. I shed a tear or two, not gonna lie. It got pretty emotional up in there. But I will say, it hits for me because my biggest fear in life is like living with regret. I don't want to be 80 years old and be like, man, I wish I'd done that. Man, I wish I would have asked that person out. Man, I wish I would have done that. So it definitely lets you know, like, just do it. Live life, man. Every minute counts. And like I said, I love that idea so much. And I'm never gonna have this youth again. Time is only moving forward. I'm not getting any younger. So that's why I go to all these concerts. I go have fun. I meet new people. I live life to the fullest. You only live once. We're never gonna have this youth again. So go have fun, man. Go live your life. Try to make every day like try to have like some takeaway for every day in your life. Like every day be like, okay, I did that today. I'm satisfied. Um, it's kind of hard to explain, because like everybody's different. I get it. Everyone has their own lives, but I think you should take away like every day there should be something that you're proud of. And I'm getting a little emotional up in here. I'm not gonna keep this going on too much longer, but yeah, man, live your life. Overall, great movie. Like I said, if it went from like A through Z storyline, maybe I would have liked it a bit more. But I think it will grow on me the more I think about it, the more I watch it. But overall, man, great cast, great story. I loved it. I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. Could be a 10 out of 10. Maybe in like as it progresses, maybe once I get a bit more knowledgeable, I guess. But I'm in a Fortnite out. Peace.